Hello, welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Ross Merriam and I'm on the play. Great. I'm going to be playing some Modern today, and I'm playing a Krark-Clan Ironworks scrap trawler deck, but this is one that has a few new innovations to the list that emerged a few months ago. We've got War of Invention here, which I think is very good in the deck. This is one of the decks that can really get out ahead in terms of building a huge battlefield of artifacts to improvise effectively. So it gives you some redundancy to help find Scrap Trawler and Krark-Clan Ironworks, and then it actually wins by looping Mirror Retriever and Shriekhorn most of the time. It can also loop Pirate Spellbomb. So we will we'll hopefully be able to set that up. It does take a lot of clicking, so also hopefully I can actually click through everything. This hand is awkward in that I need to draw land to be able to Metalcraft. But if I do draw land, it's pretty good. I go turn 1 Shriekhorn, Mox Opal, next turn land Ichor Wellspring. I guess actually then I could play Scrap Trawler, but then I need to draw another mana to be able to whir for another mana or another artifact, I guess, to whir for KCI and sort of go from there. But it could be really slow if I miss the land drop. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to have to mulligan this one. It's just going to be too slow. Ugh. And now we have no lands. So we'll go down to 5, and wow. I'm going to keep this, I think. Ugh. Am I going to keep this? Scrap Draw is pretty good. Once again, pretty far away from using this Mox Opal. I essentially need to draw 2 lands, but yeah. Okay, well, that's a land. I'll pass the turn. Not the ideal turn 1. Maybe our opponent will think we accidentally F6'd through it and not realize we're so short on lands. Oof. Noble Hierarch. That could mean a lot of things. Although, due to the basic forest, I'm going to guess it's counters company. It's probably not that great of a matchup. This is a slower combo deck that's more resilient to disruption, so it's better against the disruption-oriented decks, but not as good in the combo mirrors. Yeah, I'm usually not going off till turn 4 or 5. Whereas they could pretty easily go turn 3 or 4. Probably a full turn faster in the Goldfish. And more than that, given I multi 5 and didn't do anything on turn 1. Ugh. Ugh. Thalia, they're like a green-white Death and Taxes deck. Ugh. Well, I guess I'm getting punished for not playing the Opal last turn. But Darksteel Citadel was the best possible draw, because it now means my Opal taps for mana, so I'm not going to be too upset about it, unless they blow up my Mox Opal somehow. Next turn we'll actually be able to play Scrap Trawler. And I've got 1 Pirate Spellbomb and 1 Engineered Explosives, and boy do I need to start finding them. Okay, they're a Humans deck. Everything is starting to make sense. Attack for 3, I go to 16. They didn't have Collected Company this turn, which is, I guess, fine. Oh, another land. If I play Scrap Trawler, am I going to trade it for, say, Champion of the Parish? If it's a 3/3, probably. but I don't think my opponent will offer that trade. But that just means I keep Scrap Trawler and prevent some damage. If they only have one human, they'll probably just attack with the champion for 4, rather than attacking with champion plus Thalia for 5. They cost themselves a point, but in doing so, don't let me trade. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the Trawler. So I'm a turn behind from doing nothing on turn 1, and sort of a turn behind from not playing the Opal. If I had known my opponent was a Thalia deck, I certainly would have played it, but I did not suspect that. But if I can draw Engineered Explosives, I'm actually in pretty good shape. Ugh. Well, now I need to draw it probably this turn. So they're attacking for 6 and then at least 8. Yeah. But if I can draw it this turn, so I'm still in somewhat awkward shape, because I want to use it to kill Thalia first, and then play Scrap Trawler, then sack Terrarian, rebuy the EE, and then use it to clear away the 1s. But now that Scrap Trawler is in my hand, I'm a turn behind on that sequence. Oh, man. Okay. I guess I have to try to find a 5th mana source and get this KCI down, and maybe I can start doing something from there, because then I can... I'm not really netting a lot of mana, but with the Opal, I think I can start netting some. So let's play this Prophetic Prism. I just have to hope they don't have 2 humans to kill me in their 2-card hand. Another KCI? I really don't want to pop the Terrarian before casting KCI too, because it's part of the chain. But let's hope I'm not dead. Oh, they don't have red mana. Whew. Oh, I am very dead. Okay, well, they had their best card against me in Thalia, and I feel like I was reasonably close to winning this game, to be honest. I guess I'm not drawing a lot of cards with this KCI. Maybe I am. Maybe I get both Scrap Crawlers down, sack 1, rebuy the Prism. Like, maybe I could get there. The extra 2 mana from Citadel too would have been big. Gotta check. Okay, no lands there, but we almost got there. Okay. EE seems very good. And Snaring Bridge is probably quite good. I probably want Abrupt Decay. This is a matchup where they could have Rest in Peace and Stony Silence. Yeah, I definitely want Abrupt Decay. The other question is, do I want Brutality? Against company decks, Brutality is usually quite good, but out of my deck, it seems significantly worse. Because I really don't want to cut a lot of these cards. The Implement seems important for Scrap Trawler chains. I can probably trim a Whir because my opponent's going to be interacting with me more. And yeah, I don't think I have space to bring in 6 disruptive spells. One more card. Can I cut one of the Shriekhorns and just leave myself with Shriekhorn Pirate Spellbomb to kill them with? Or should I just cut like a Terrarian? Maybe I should just be cutting more expensive cards because of Thalia. But now I have good answers to Thalia. Maybe this Bridge isn't very good. Bridge just gives me so much inevitability. I have whir. Yeah, I'm gonna try to preserve some of the higher end for the scrap trawler chains. That might be wrong. And just try to board minimally here. No brutality. I assume brutality is mainly there for burn. This hand seems pretty good, so I will keep it. We get to go turn 1 Terrarian, turn 2 Mirror Retriever, Opal, hopefully do something, and then might be able to start going off on turn 3 with this KCI. Turn 3 is about the fastest this deck can do it. If I can find a scrap trawler, then I just start looping Mirror Retriever, return Terrarian, draw my deck, and kill them that way. So basically just missing Terrarian or missing scrap trawler and a land. You know, if my opponent has Simian Spirit Guide into Thalia here, I'll get punished again, but something tells me that's not going to happen. Champion of the Parish. The most aggressive start. I think I should sack this Terrarian just in case this Mirror Retriever dies. Because I don't have anything to do with the Opal mana anyway. Oh no, but then I can't potentially cast KCI next turn. Okay. Well, I guess I will take the risk. I'm going to play the Opal now, just in case they have Thalia. I don't suspect this Mirror Retriever is actually going to die this turn. If they have a removal spell, it's likely Path to Exile. Which would almost accelerate me into KCI, but it would take me off Metalcraft. And they fetch. Probably get a Breeding Pool here. Oh, just basic forest. Their mana must be well set. Okay, so I get attacked for at least 3 here. Looks like they're holding up a path. If they had Champion in their hand, they would have sequenced Champion into Noble instead of the other way around. I will not block. Come on, Darksteel Citadel. Oh, well, there's a land. So why don't we start doing it? This one. See if they maybe path this Mirror Retriever in response. They probably should have done it on their upkeep. Sacrifice this one, draw a card. Ooh, cast this one. It's just a free draw 2. Oh, there's our Darksteel Citadel. Well, that one's not relevant. Okay. Well, I have Mirror Retrievers, but I don't have Scrap Trawlers, so cycling through them doesn't do much. So I think what I want to do is just keep returning Ichor Wellspring and draw a bunch of cards. We'll try to do this quickly so that I can get through it with some reasonable time on my clock for game 3. KCI is not relevant. There's another Wellspring. We should have this at this point. That one's not going to be that good because we can't generate a lot of blue mana right now. The way we would generate blue mana is by looping Mox Opal with Scrap Trawler. Once we get Scrap Trawler, they're dead anyway. Okay, I guess it's time to play Mirror Retriever number 2. And then sack that one. And get back an Ichor Wellspring. And then play that one. So we're just drawing a bunch of cards here. Even if we end up fizzling, we've gotten so much value that I think we'll be in fine shape. Although if we use all of our Mirror Retrievers, I guess Scrap Trawler gets them back, but if they have a great piece of Graveyard Hate next turn, and we've used all our Mirror Retrievers, that might be a problem. And there's the Scrap Trawler. So, yeah, let's just play it. And sack this. And even if they have... Oh. No, wait, cancel. Okay. Oh, I was hitting F2 thinking I had a trigger for something, but I didn't. That was just out of reflex, because I've been having all these triggers. And now I can just draw my deck. And sack this. And Scrap Trawler targets Terrarian, and Mirror Retriever targets Mirror Retriever. And we'll see if my opponent is nice enough to concede. Sacrifice this one. Get back the Opal. I'm just going to generate 3 blue so I can whir for... Oh, there's a Shriekhorn. Now I don't have to do that. Okay. And let's play the Shriekhorn. And now play Mirror Retriever. And we just have to cycle through this 25 times. Maybe it's faster for me to just find the Pirate Spellbomb, but then I have to just keep looping with the Opal. I actually don't think it is. Well, they do have Stony Silence. Scrap Trawler targets Shriekhorn. Mirror Retriever targets Mirror Retriever. Always yield. Always yield. Play this one. I really hate that I have to click there too. We got 15 minutes, so that's a good amount of time. Sack this. Good thing game 1 was so fast. But we just have to work through this loop. Get back Shriekhorn. Get back Mirror Retriever. Play Shriekhorn. Getcha. Nug you for 2. Vithian Renegades. That's a human that blows up artifacts. And kind of like this loopiness in the deck. Mirror Retriever is just a good card in it anyway. It helps protect your Scrap Trawlers too. If you have a Mirror Retriever in the graveyard and you KCI into Scrap Trawler, they just can't even get rid of it with a path. And play this one. Really going to make me go through it. I've demonstrated the loop. And get back that one. And get back that one. And then play this one. Isn't Magic fun, kids? This is what I really actually like about Magic, is having these weird interactions come up between cards that have printed 10 years apart that coalesce into a very powerful shell. And it's actually like a really great accomplishment to find things like this. It's not at all obvious. Usually you discover these things by accident too. You're sort of just looking through cards and you see it and it dawns on you that maybe you don't see the entire thing at first, but you realize that like, there has to be something here. Get that intuition going. If anything, it might be strategically better for him to concede so I don't see his entire deck, but I guess you can guess what they have. Vithian Renegades is the only sort of potentially weird one, but them having a creature that blows up artifacts in general is not at all weird, so Shriekhorn milled 3 cards. So hopefully they don't find their Stony Silence in the next game, although we do have 4 answers to it, so not bad. Oh man, they still have 30 cards in their deck. Not even halfway there. We're down to 12 minutes. Hopefully I can get it done before I get to 10. I want to get it done fast enough that if I go off next game, my opponent doesn't make me do this. They realize that I'm not going to time myself out, and they just decide to give themselves 10 minutes of their life back. I mean, we're playing in a little queue where the stakes are kind of low. You'd think the person would just want 10 minutes of their life, but I don't know. That's just me. I mean, they're not really playing any Magic at this point. They're just watching me fiddle with my cards. The fact that they're letting me do it does suggest that they don't have anything super spicy for the matchup. Maybe they haven't brought in a Rest in Peace or anything. Down to 30 cards. Getting closer. Getting closer. And I'm surprised not to see Academy Ruins in this deck's mana base, especially with Shriekhorn. You can mill yourself, get something going there. 1 Academy Ruins is probably good instead of maybe a basic, but you are pretty blue heavy for Whir. And down to 24 cards. 24 cards in the library. 24 cards on the wall. You mill 2 away. Something, something. I can't come up with the song on the spot while I'm focusing on clicking. Someone else come up with it. Write it in the comments. Redo 99 beers on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. If you're not American and you don't know that song, look it up. It's really annoying. Much like having to click through 70 things to win a game of Magic after demonstrating a loop. But this is what I do to play combo decks. It's worth it. Just remind yourself that it's worth it. My opponent's having a worse time than I am. And that's very relevant to me. And they're down to 22 cards. We're almost there. Hopefully they don't have like an Emrakul or something stupid that shuffles into their deck. That would be annoying. Very annoying indeed. Well, I'm definitely not finishing before 10, seeing as we're right about there. But you know what? That's okay. I don't know where we started this game or about how long this has taken me, but hopefully they can finish game 3 as well. Come on, man. And sack this. Give so much mana. Glad that mana burn is no longer a thing, and this combo might not be viable. Generate all this mana I can't use. I guess I would just draw my deck and Whir to get rid of it. Only 8 more times through. We're almost there. You're almost there. And mill 2. And sack this. And get everything back. Bam. And mill 2. And play this. And sack this. This is ingenious but annoying. Almost there. Down to 10 cards. Whoever 5-0'd a league with this must have gotten a lot of concessions. Or maybe it's just faster to dig for the Pyrite Spellbomb. But it doesn't seem like it. Doesn't really matter which order I play them in, as long as I sack them in the right order. And even if I screwed up at this point, I could just use an extra KCI to get everything back. Get these down to 6 cards. We're almost there. Get that one back. Maybe I'm supposed to get back that Terrarian at some point just to get the 1 out of my graveyard. Maybe that would have sped things up. Oh, gotta remember to mill first. That's an important part. Sack this one, please. Sack this one. Get them back. Looks like we're going to be at about 7 minutes for game trace. That's plenty of time. And last one. And empty my mana pool, please. We did it. Well, I guess 6.5. Wow, that takes a while. I think that took me almost 10 minutes. Maybe I need Wormcoil to have a better clock. That's not really much of a clock, though. They can just chump block it a bunch. Kind of wish there was just an Emrakul in the sideboard that I could bring in when I'm low on time. But there's not really a good way to... I guess you loop Mirror Retriever to draw cards, but that's going to take a long time, too. Okay, well, that's not going to change anything. And I'm going to hope to, I guess, get a concession. I don't think I can run through the loop again in that short of a time frame. 6.5 minutes, and this hand is bad, so I will mulligan. This hand is pretty good. Doesn't have any of the combo pieces, but it can dig. Do I want an EE? I have a decay already, so I think I'll bottom this EE. I think I need to dig for my own combo. Is this a champion? Yep. Maybe I'll regret not keeping that EE and just playing a more straightforward game. I don't care to check how they scried, to be honest. I'm going to hold off on the Ancient Stirrings. Maybe just play it next turn, yeah, along with Star. I want to see if I draw either Scrap Trawler or KCI, maybe I can stir into the other one. Just give myself the most amount of time before making a decision, because I don't think Stirrings is going to change how I sequence these first 2 turns. If I found an Ichor Wellspring, I don't think I would have played it on turn 2. Maybe I would have. There's the breeding pool. They found Forest last time. That might indicate that they're short on lands. Also might indicate that they have blue cards they need to really cast. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of regretting not having that EE now. I could just wipe their board on turn 3 here. But you never know. Hindsight is 20/20. Let's stir. Didn't draw anything relevant with that second basic island. It also means their paths are now better if they have them in still. There's a Scrap Trawler. I will definitely take that one. And play a Chromatic Star. Gonna have to use one of these trinkets to cast the decay, but that's fine. All of these turns are just less time for me to try to combo them. Hopefully I find the Pyrite Spell Bomb, so I don't have to spend time digging for it. I can just kill them that way. Because I guess the Spell Bomb ends up paying for itself when you sacrifice it. With Scrap Trawler in play, you can just keep getting Mox Opal. You just have to sack and cast Mox Opal on every loop. Oh, there is an Opal, which I will cast. This means I can cast Scrap Trawler, and if they go to kill it with a way that it'll die, I can just sack one of the stars in response and get some value. But I suspect we're getting pathed here, which will be no bueno. Might have to aim for a moral victory in this one if it takes me too long to find the combo and set up. Oh, I guess they have 4 mana. Yeah, they're just Cocoing. For some reason, I didn't even think about that. Surprised they wouldn't Coco on the main phase, but it's not like this deck has a lot of Wrath effects. Ugh. Yeah, EE on 1 would be quite good. So this next attack's for 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm on a 2-turn clock. And I can't cast Scrap Trawler next turn. Probably going to have to decay this big champion. Not being able to cast Scrap Trawler next turn is a... Oh no, I can, because they did this end step. Okay. Well, that's important. Okay. So if I draw KCI, I might just kill them. Although I won't actually kill them. Oh, it's 8. Yeah, I forgot there's a second counter here. Okay, so they're attacking me for 8. Definitely a 2-turn clock. This is a clock that's likely... I guess I can cast both Trawler and Decay, which is nice. Ugh. I think I'm going to Decay the Knight instead of the Champion, because I can just chump block the big Champion. It'll probably be a chump block on whichever creature, because... Oh, maybe not, because I only have 1 card in hand. Like I could trade with the Knight and... tag this with Decay. Oh, I'm just dead. Well then. That is a turn 4 kill. Yeah. Attack me for 15. Okay then. I guess I got punished for not keeping the EE. But that is about as aggressive as that deck gets. A couple weak draws there, especially in game 1, really hurt me. Glad that you're able to see the loop, although I guess sitting through 10 minutes of it is kind of rough. But that is how the deck operates. Obviously, in paper, you can just demonstrate the loop and you'll be good to go. So, man, that human deck is really, really explosive sometimes. So maybe you need more cheaper removal, things like Fatal Push or something. The next mana is pretty good on 5-color. Not really sure, but it is also, being one of the slower combo decks that's prepared for more disruption, you're a little bit more vulnerable to aggressive decks as well. So they were able to just really put a clock on us in game 3, and that was good enough. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that one, and you can come back and see me on Friday. Bye.